Imagine a world where Napoleon never lost, no Waterloo, no exile, no fall of the French Empire. Instead, he conquered all of Europe and built a superpower that shaped the world as we know it today. But how different would our world be if Napoleon's dream had become reality? Would France be the global superpower instead of the US? Would we all be speaking French? And what about world wars? Would they even happen? Buckle up, because today we're diving into an alternate timeline where Napoleon conquered Europe and changed history forever. To understand our alternate world, let's first rewrite history. In real life, Napoleon's empire collapsed after disastrous mistakes, the failed invasion of Russia in 1812, and his defeat at Waterloo in 1815. But what if he made different choices? What if, instead of pushing deep into the frozen Russian winter, Napoleon formed a strong alliance with Tsar Alexander? Now, Russia fights with him, not against him. With the East secured, he shifts his focus to his real enemies, Britain and Prussia. At Waterloo, instead of miscalculating the enemy's movements, he anticipates the British-Prussian attack and secures a decisive victory. Britain is forced into a peace deal, making France the supreme power in Europe. With no major opposition, Napoleon consolidates his rule. Europe transforms into a single empire, a superstate under French control. No Germany, no Italy, no Austria, just one massive Napoleonic Europe. From Paris to Moscow, Napoleon's laws and ideals shape the continent, and his empire stretches from the Atlantic to the Russian borders. Now, let's fast forward to today. What would life be like in a world where Napoleon's empire never fell? French becomes the global language. Instead of English, people worldwide speak French. Imagine walking into a cafe in New York or Tokyo, and instead of hello, it's always bonjour. In this alternate timeline, French dominates global business, diplomacy, and culture. Without multiple competing European states, World War I and II might never happen. No Hitler, no Soviet Union. The 20th century takes a completely different turn. Instead of devastating global conflicts, a massive French-led empire dictates world affairs. And what about the United States? Remember the Louisiana Purchase? In our timeline, Napoleon never sells Louisiana, meaning the US loses a huge chunk of land. Expansion westward is far more difficult, and France maintains influence in North America. Could we have seen a world where French colonies thrived in the US, making France the dominant power of the Western Hemisphere? Without British dominance, France takes control of India, the Middle East, and large parts of Africa. The world map looks very different, with French rule extending across continents. But here's the big question: could Napoleon's empire actually survive until today? History shows that massive empires, like Ottomans and the British, always face problems. No matter how powerful they seem, internal struggles, revolutions, and economic challenges eventually weaken them. Not everyone would accept French rule forever. Could Spain, Germany, or even Russia eventually rebel and break the empire apart? And what about government? Would Napoleon's empire evolve into a democracy, or would we still live under an emperor today? Imagine a world where we have a Napoleon VI ruling over Europe. Would modern Europe be a dictatorship, or would it have transitioned into a constitutional monarchy? Then there's technology and innovation. Would a centralized Napoleonic world have seen the same rapid industrial and technological advancements? Would we still have the internet, space travel, or AI? Or would the empire's control slow down progress? So, in this alternate timeline, Napoleon reshapes history. Europe is united, France is a superpower, the world speaks French, and wars like World War I and World War II never happen. But would life actually be better in this world? Or would we trade democracy for dictatorship? Would technology and freedom thrive, or struggle under imperial rule? Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think a Napoleonic world would be better or worse than our real history? Drop a comment below. And if you love exploring alternate history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Until next time, stay curious and keep questioning history.